Facebook ads continues to change, so it's important that you stay on top of those changes, as what works today may not work a few years from now, a few months from now, or heck, even a few weeks from now. So in today's video, I share with you the changes that Facebook has implemented, and I'll also share a powerful Facebook ad that will attract real estate leads in droves. Let's begin. Hey, it's Jaime, founder of Echo Real Estate Advisors. If we're just meeting, welcome to the channel that brings actionable content to grow your business through online marketing. So if that sounds beneficial, consider subscribing. Now, before we get to the screen share, remember that you can always reference this video if you get stuck as you're out there implementing. Also, you can reference the free Facebook Ads Essentials course, link in description. Okay, let's dig in. This is one of my favorite ad campaigns to run. It's a conversions campaign. Now, there's two important things to keep in mind with conversion campaigns. The first one is you need something to convert. So if you haven't set up a custom conversion, then you need to do that before you actually launch a conversions campaign. In order to do that, you'd have to go to Ads Manager up here and create a customs conversion. For sake of time, we're not going to do that today, as there's other videos in this channel that walk you step by step through that process. So that's the first thing that you need to consider with a conversions campaign. The second thing is you don't want to over interest your conversion campaign. So what does that mean? That means once you set the conversion that you want to optimize for, that you're telling Facebook, hey, this is the event, this is a conversion that I want you to go out and replicate. Once you do that to Facebook, don't over improve it. Don't over add interest. Don't add so many filters to where you're confusing the pixel and you're confusing the audience. You might as well not be running a conversion campaign if you're going to add all of these different filters, all of these other interests. You'll see what I mean in the ad set level, but I wanted to start off with that because you're over improving a conversion ad by doing that. So those are two things. Have something to convert, and then don't over interest your conversion ad. It'll make more sense in a few seconds. And if this is the first time that you've been running an ad in, let's say, a month, you will notice something different. If it's a special ad category up here, you're going to click there and you're going to see if you're running a credit, an employment, or a housing ad, there are some filters, there are some things that you cannot improve for, that you cannot filter out. So right off the bat, you're going to see on housing, where you can go to the details so you see all of them. The age, the gender, detailed targeting, location, lookalike audience, customized audience, and saved audiences. The last two, as long as you comply with their non-discriminatory policies or restrictions, then you're going to be okay. But the others are gone away with altogether. The age, anybody above 18 will be seeing those ads. The gender, male or female, you can't select between either. Detailed targeting, certain demographics and interests are gone altogether. So places of employment, familial status, where they work, things of that nature are gone, and you can't exclude people any longer. So if you're running ads excluding other realtors, you're not able to do that by profession. You're able to do that by interest. It'll make more sense in a few minutes. And then the location, the minimum radius that you can have is 15 miles. So you're no longer able to bring it down to 1 mile. It's 15 miles by default. As far as lookalike audiences, they're gone altogether. So you're not able to create a lookalike audience if you're running a housing or an employment or a credit type of ad. If you're running any other types of ads, then it's free game. But as far as housing, specifically to what we're talking about today, that's off the table. All right, so I want to make sure that you're aware of that. Now we're going to continue. We're going to go to conversions. And we're going to do this. What type of ad are we running? It is going to be a new home ad. We're going to continue. And here we're going to do a Zillow interest. You still are able to target Zillow interest, which is good. It's one of the highest producers, or the most effective ads that you can run based off of all the split testing that I've done post the big changes of July 2019, which is when the special ad category first appeared. Then we're going to let's go over to Dallas, 15 mile. So what I'm calling out up here is the ad set that I'm going to target. So based off of the naming convention in Dallas, 15-mile radius, Zillow interest, that's really it. I'm not going to over complicate it. I'm not going to over improve the conversion that I'm after. All right, let's continue. And that is the conversion that I want. So again, to have this conversion event, you will need to have created one up here. So on the custom conversions, that's where you would have to go first and then create one. And then you would come back and start running an ad. But since that's what I'm trying to optimize for right now, that is good to go. Then the budget, I'm going to leave it at, well, let me see how many we're going to target first. I like having my answers or the split test, the results much quicker. So a higher budget for me is perfectly fine. I used to say $1 for every 10,000 people that are reached, but I found that the more budget that I give Facebook, the quicker that I get a result. It makes sense. All right, so we're going to leave that for now. Unless there's something completely different, I'll change that here in a bit, but I don't see that changing for the time being. I'm going to go to Dallas, and then you see the 10 miles. That's where you start. It used to start at 10 miles, and then you can whittle it down to a 1 mile radius. But again, that is no longer the case. Since we're in a densely populated area, which that is Dallas, you're going to have a ton of people. So let's see how many people we can exclude or filter down that have a Zillow interest. 600,000 people. That is not too terrible. I'd like a smaller subset, but again, it's a very populated area. I could filter down a little bit more by narrowing the audience, so saying they also have to have a Trulia interest. And then it would go down to 300,000 people. For this example, I think I might even add that to the criteria. That won't hurt my ad in any way, and it'll actually help me with the budget. So we're going to go ahead and fuse those two together. I've been doing split tests between Zillow, Trulia, renters, first-time home buyers, house hunting, and Zillow is still one of my better performing ads. Trulia is good, but not as good as Zillow, I've come to find out. So let's see what happens when we marry the two together. Now, notice that you can only narrow it down. You can't exclude people. You used to be able to exclude other real estate agents, but that's no longer the case. And as far as placements, we are going to edit our placements. I like to advertise on Facebook, the Facebook feed, and Facebook stories together. I don't like combining Instagram into this mix. And the reason for that is because Instagram is a little bit different. Instagram has different dimensions. It has different ways of showing the ad, as you can kind of see over here. So depending on the ad that I'm running, especially if it's a video, I will make sure that I have the dimensions proportionate to every single platform that I'm marketing to, specifically Facebook, specifically Instagram. It may be the same content, but it's presented differently. So for our purposes today, I will just go with Facebook newsfeed and then Facebook stories, take out everything else, and then these are just disclaimers that by you taking out the other places that you can advertise, you're limiting your exposure. So I am okay with that. One quick favor before continuing, please be sure to hit the like button so this video's reach is magnified and others benefit. And then we're gonna do, and we had new construction, I think. Okay, now we're gonna select an image or video. For this ad, I'm gonna go with an image. Select the media, go to image, and then I'm gonna select something that denotes a new construction. So actually I've done that one. Let's move you real quick. Continue. Now, something cool that I wanted to show you is that you can actually turn whatever images you select into a video. That way they look a little bit more animated, a little bit more active, to where they draw the attention a little bit better. As you can kind of see, they're giving you a representation of what a video could look like. So you don't have to go out there and spend thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars on a video production in order for you to run your ad. You can if you would like, or you could do your video just with an iPhone, however you do video, but know that you don't have to. You can actually piece together a few images that would do a good job standing out as well without you ever getting behind the camera. So wanted to give you that little heads up. And then the vertical works great with Instagram. I know we're not running Instagram right now, but just giving you a tool for you to use so you don't have to pay somebody out there to create a video for you. All right, now we're going to get our ad together, and here we go. Now keep in mind, this is a new construction ad. If you would like this exact copy, just let me know in the comment section down below. I'll be sure to facilitate that. Outside of that, you can certainly copy it straight off of the computer screen, but this one has been working so well. So I highly encourage you to find a new construction in the area and make it your own. This is a fantastic ad. Again, it's something that will require a new construction. It works with other types of homes, but the new builds is really what it's geared towards. So find a new community out there and understand their buyer incentives, most importantly, as that's the bullet points that you'll be inputting here, because this may not be what you're offering, what the new communities out there are offering in your area. These are specific to local builders in the area, and just depends on what they're offering for the month. So if you're interested in this exact copy, so you don't copy it straight off of the screen, just let me know. I can send it to you, no problem there. And then the rest of it kind of fills itself out. We're gonna go with my website so you see what it looks like completed. The headline fills in itself. New homes will sell quick. And then the rest just goes. Make sure that you have your Facebook pixel. It's very important. It's actually wouldn't necessarily make sense without it, especially because it's a conversion campaign. You're trying to get as much data as possible. Now remember, there are two things with conversion campaigns. The first thing is you actually have something to convert. So you need to have a custom conversion that you're trying to optimize for. The second thing is you don't want to over improve or over interest your ad set. There are plenty of things that Facebook is looking for whenever they're optimizing your conversions. So you adding all of these different qualifiers just is not going to work. If you're making the audience smaller, you're putting handcuffs on what Facebook is designed to do with this conversion campaign. Now, quick question for you. Are you using conversion ads right now? What has been your experience? Let me know in the comments section down below. And if you found value in this video today, please be sure to hit the subscribe button so we can talk again soon.